So this is a modification of a 3-inch chlorine tablet floater. I was having problems with this floater hanging on to the edges and sticking up near areas instead of just floating around randomly and evenly distributing the chlorine that was coming off the tablets. So what I did was I sort of invented a way of slowing down the movement, even when it's windy and things. It would just kind of hang up near the side of one area or by the steps or the bench. And so what I did was I added this leash to it, and I made it pretty long. It's about 4 feet long, and on one end I added a just a piece of plastic. This is a zoom in here. This ends up being the magnetic end here, and the tip for a battery powered toothbrush. And so when it goes along the bottom here, it doesn't hurt the plaster. And this part here is a magnet. It's a really pretty strong magnet. That's why I had it to begin with. But I like this part of it because when this drags along the bottom, it's got some weight, so it's always hitting the bottom. And then also, it's real soft. The rubber's real soft, so it doesn't scratch the plaster. And then about midway, I put this real nice washer. It kind of acts like a sea anchor, and it slows this whole assembly down, and it keeps the rope from being real loose in the water. It acts just like a sea anchor. This is tied to the bottom of the floater. I'm getting ready to throw this away, but there's holes in the bottom of this floater, and so I just tied it through that, and it works really good. I mean, you can see that the rope is frayed and so forth, but it's really done well over time. And this bottom broke out, and so I just added some screws here, and this one's been around for a couple seasons, so I just put some screws in here and it still hangs on pretty good. But anyway, if your floater's kind of out of control, just floating in all kinds of places, this will keep it from hanging up on steps. It really doesn't even get that close. It'll hit, and obviously this washer is galvanized steel. This is from a utility company, I think, and they'll sometimes be on the ground there because they're working on the poles and they drop them. So I've got a few of these that I found during my walks, but yeah, this really helps keep that floater just a little more stable. And I really love these floaters. The 3-inch tablets are one of my primary ways of keeping the pool clean, along with just liquid chlorine. And give it a try, see if you can find different things. I do have a different kind of weight here. I have one of those plastic weights they would use to counterbalance maybe like a drapery or something. It's pretty heavy, and it has a way to tie the rope on. I just had this and I wanted to try it, and I knew that it wouldn't scratch up the bottom of the pool. But you may have some equivalent to this, but I don't recommend something like metal that's gonna rust real bad and stick and stain at the bottom. The magnet here is rusted, but it doesn't touch the pool surface at all, so there's never been an issue with it staining.